it goes. There it goes. Good afternoon. How's it going? How you doing? Cool. Sorry, not trying to be like a fake voicemail. Don't you hate that? You call someone, first time you get the voicemail, and either it's unintentional or super intentional. Hey! You're like, just kidding. Anyway, hanging out in the bedroom. I got some time today. I'm in another transitional time. Moving back to my friend Sharon's house. You know, a nice room, but still it's not an apartment. And here we are. I'll be back there in a week. Yeah. So, I wrote some lyrics, took a couple conscious hits of weed, and then a third powerful, pretty conscious hit of weed. And I had some lyrics come up in my mind, and I was like, should I? I'm like, alright, I'm gonna write it down. This is a good subject. So, I got some lyrics. Yes. I got some lyrics, and I mean, there's so many subjects in life, right? It's just so much. It's so vast. Then you gotta live your day to day and like eat and stay hydrated and sleep semi-regular. It's crazy. I mean, who can accomplish all that, right? I'm still working on it. Anyway, I wrote down some lyrics about men, masculine energy, treating women, feminine energy, like shit. And it's kind of from the perspective of the male admitting that not good things are being done, but not really knowing how to get out of it, and like some of the fears and insecurities and truths that come along with that. It's not a full song, but I'm gonna do it because it's fun, and more importantly, it's necessary. And when those two things can come together, not that male domination on the female and domestic violence and stuff like that is okay and acceptable, but it's real. And for me, it's very interesting and beautiful to bring to light this stuff, some of which through my very own experiences being on both sides of abuse. Alright, and I can create things. So for me that's fun, but it's also a real deep, powerful, sensitive, and at times touchy subject. Alright, so here we go. Here are some lyrics. I'll give you the first four just to give you a taste, alright? Just so it's not like boom, 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 because it's rap, it's quick, but it's potent, it's pungent, it's rich, it's deep, powerful, real, authentic, honest, communicative, expressive, loving, frustrating, all that in one. Alright, so the first four are, it must be so confusing. You're the ones we adore and the ones that we're abusing. Many of us men don't mean to lose it. The pain that we feel, most didn't really choose it. So it's confusing for women to get the attention of adoration and I love you and I praise you in these things, but to also be the ones that are being hurt by the same people. And how in general the man doesn't comprehend what he's doing, therefore he doesn't mean to lash out or get angry or be abusive in different ways, generally. And the pain that the man feels we didn't necessarily choose that pain, so we're holding on to something that we don't understand as well, and then passing it on to the weaker people, being the relationship in this sense. I'm in this really strange juxtaposition, like at two places at once, where I'm like really excited to do this, but it's also like really deep, you know? And I can't just like wrap my way through it, you know? Like, yeah. It's not that rap is an act, but this is really, really not an act, you know? It's real stuff. It's deep. Women are hurt. Men are abusive. We're taught this stuff. Some of us keep carrying it along, and we know it. Anyway, it's tough on both sides, my friends. I want the male energy and the female energy to come together, and I do understand that the male energy has to re-fortify itself with masculine energy, and the female energy has to re-fortify itself, recalibrate, re-invoke, refine, uncover, discover the newness, the evolution, and at the same time the stuff that's always been there. So I understand the separation is necessary, but I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than masculine and feminine energy coming together and forming something, creating something as one, respecting each other individually. There's nothing that I know of that's better in this world, you know? Alright, here we go. It must be so confusing. You're the ones we adore and the ones that we're abusing. Many of us men don't mean to lose it. The pain that we feel most didn't really choose it. So yeah, you're right when you start accusing. We don't understand space and try to erase what you're proving. But what is proof unless the scared masculine says so? We use names to conquer your passivities like bitch and hoe. Denying your worthiness, treating you like rubbish. But we don't know how to grow. We could take advice on how to flourish. How to nourish ourselves. How can we tell if we're well? Tapping into that emotional well in our stomachs. It's deep down and it's hidden. Like your love, it's a given. But we live so much in right and wrong, and either being good or sinning. Hating ourselves, not knowing how to love, nobody's winning. It's not really in our heart when our egos are grinning. Yo. Several hours later, I had more rhymes, I just did other things. But man, what's coming together is like kind of nasty. I laugh. I don't know. It's real. It's real stuff. I've felt this stuff and I've never been able to articulate it. Some of it's old, some of it's dead, some of it lingers, and a little bit of it still got a little grip in there. All right. Anyway, putting it together, and yeah. Let's do it again. Before I go any further, I just want to say that these thoughts are the thoughts of the dark masculine. A lot of these thoughts and angles and viewpoints, and some of which is still active and present to varying degrees within me, which I am not ashamed to admit because I'm a human on Earth who's been through a ton of shit. And it's fucking miraculous that I'm this great at this point, but I am not settling, my friends. No. N-O, no. I want to say no in 50 different languages. No. Anyway, not to make that about me. This is the stuff that's messed up. This is the real, attached, insecure, fearful, dominant, masculine, I do what I want energy coming to the surface. So some of these lyrics and words and viewpoints are difficult to hear because it's real and deep and raw. So I just want to point that out real quick, that, you know, one, that it's not a perfected song. I've put about 30 minutes into all of these lyrics, which is amazing. But two that it's not so much about what's being said as it is the energy that fuels it. So some people might be triggered, and that's okay. And it's not my intention to trigger, but it is my intention to acknowledge the depths and bring them up to the surface, because that's what I do. Alright? Okay. So it's not perfect, and if you're easily triggered, be well. Maybe come back another time. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. I don't have a beat for this. I just got little things in the background. Okay, so the energy is angry masculine, expressing itself authentically, at times in its raw negative power, at times in self-questioning and reflection, at times in hope, at times in just, what is this? But there's definitely quite a bit of, real stuff. All right? Okay. All right. So maybe we're secretly looking for help, but don't know where to go. Letting out what we've kept stealth, and trust letting our feelings show. And how do we even know it's safe? What if we explode? Is there a way to get away from this volatile mode? Being stuck on facts, not saying it, but calling your energy whack. We are so non-subjective. If you're interested, half the time we just eject it. One time's enough, I said it and I meant it. This is how I was taught, and you're not gonna end it. I don't want to hear about your period unless you're talking about a sentence. Uncomfortable to say. Feeling justified and self-erected. We know everything. We're the blind detectives. We only shine when our dark egos meant it. It doesn't matter if we turn our backs. We have the right to feel safe, otherwise life will kill us with a stab. So you see, we need you, but we're scared of you having all the power. Divine feminine, what about when it's not divine and all it wants to do is devour? Emotionally sour, manipulation tactics make me do a backflip in my head and cower, or get mad and angry and have to show you who's boss. This is more than gender. When will we all surrender, and how much will it cost? Brutal. Real. This is one of the most, if not the most dominant energy that is imbalanced. I think. The masculine dominant energy is fucked up. So, there are some lyrics. That's my brain. Put about 30 minutes of work into that. I can't stop saying that. I apologize. I'm really not trying to make this about me. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. Real stuff that I've went through, that I saw, that I had to go through, that I've put on other people. A lot of childhood stuff. Just really, a mom that was dominant like a man, messes a boy up. Anyway, we all have a story. Blessings. Blessings to it all. Thank you. Hallelujah. Because we're here and we have the light and we can be more present and connect. and change things. All right. Blessings. Have a good night. And I'll see you soon. Bye.